Hey, you hosehead, and mom and dad of hosehead, in case you're watching. This is not your son, um, and I am making a video from lovely Minnesota. You can see how lovely it is. Look out the window. That's how lovely Minnesota is. It's 55 degrees today, and that's Fahrenheit, and 12 Celsius, maybe, give or take. And it's a really great day. Great day to be doing what I'm doing, which is not much. But the reason I'm doing not much is because tonight is the first day, the first draw of our Bonspiel. So, in case you don't know what a Bonspiel is, Bonspiel has only one meaning. Peter, I expect you to know what a Bonspiel is because you are so steeped in the English language. A Bonspiel has one meaning, and that is a curling tournament. So we have a Bonspiel tonight, starting our first match is at 8:30 this evening. And this is my first Bonspiel ever, so I'm very excited. We have a match tonight. We have one tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, one Saturday afternoon, and then depending on how we do, we may play on Sunday. But even if we don't, then I will be curling Sunday night because Preston and I, in fact, here's Preston's third push out of the hack ever from last Sunday. Preston and I have a 4-week intro to curling class that we're doing. And it's taught by a woman named Laura Ressler. Not wrestler as in one who struggles with muscular, sweaty men on a foam mat, but wrestler more like cattle wrestler, Roessler. So Laura, I looked her up when we got home, and she's still listed on the team page for Milano Cortina 2026, the curling Team USA page, because Laura was back in 2000, so 26 years ago when she was 20, was the junior, I don't know what juniors are, maybe under 20? Anyway, she was the junior national champion in the U.S. And she did go to a couple of the Olympic trials for curling. I think she finished 7th one year. She finished 7th in the international junior curling tournament the same year that she won the U.S. national. So anyway, this woman lives in Trempealeau, and she knows so much about curling. It's really great. She's got a great attitude. And after the first night, Preston is convinced that this is what he wants to do to while away those long winter Minnesota hours starting in the fall. And because curling season goes, I think it's November through March. So that will get both he and I through when we're not either golfing or disc golfing. So that's why I'm laying low today, is because I've got this big curling thing, and we're not going to be home till, I don't know, close to midnight. We curled Wednesday night, and it was our team's responsibility to lock up the building, which means we had to wait for the last groups to finish curling and finish their social hour, and then we locked up. So we weren't home until almost midnight Wednesday night. So it's been a lot. Like you, Dan, I have also been. It seems like I've been going from one cold to another. So that thing I had in Mexico. 2 weeks after that, got the exact same thing again. And now I have just like a standard cold, but I think it's actually dust allergies because I was cleaning shelves. I'm happy to show you because you're thinking, gosh, Karu, I wish you would show me what shelves you were cleaning. I was cleaning these shelves, getting all the old CDs off of them and stacking them with books thematically, of course, because that's how we English majors do it. I'm also going to be building a whole thing. Oh, what am I building, you ask? Well, let's go downstairs and I'll show you what I'm building. So this is in the room that got water in the basement, where I'm redoing that wall. So what I'm going to do is, down here, down below, I'm going to obviously put wall covering on that. Not obviously, but I'm going to put wall covering on that. And then 10 inches out, I'll have 10-inch deep shelves there. And then I'll have a step back, and then I'll have shelves that essentially wrap the entire window, with built-in shelving. We're going to redo these windows down here because they are a little bit rotten, from all the years. I think they were original to the house. And when I replaced the windows up top, in the house, was that 10, 15 years ago, I did not replace the ones down below, and they need it. So that's what I'm up to. I think that I am sick, and perhaps, Dan, you have the same issue because you have not been paying your health dues, your health premiums. And by health premium, I mean you've not been sitting in cold water. The river is open here now, so I don't have to cut a hole. So I think I'm going to go down Sunday at least. I'm not sure I'm going to have time tomorrow, depending on when our first curling match is. But if we do have time, I'll go down tomorrow. And I'll tell you why. Because not only do I have this cold thing going on, but I think I told you when we were in Mexico that I've been having trouble with my good knee. Which I now refer to as my not so good, but not my bad knee. It's a very long hyphenated phrase, but you know what I mean. It's been to the point where I've had some swelling in my lower leg and around my ankle. And I know those of you who are concerned about this kind of thing are going to think maybe it's DVT. It is not DVT. It's actually the byproduct of what is called a Baker's cyst, which is simply a pooling of synovial fluid behind the knee. And so you end up with like this goose egg on the back of your knee. And then that fluid leaks down and then makes your leg swell. So, and it's a function of engagement in wanton dumbassery. So I have been playing lots of pickleball. I went out and swam 7,700 yards. This was 2 weeks ago. And did a lot of kicking, dolphin kicking. So anyway, it's really just a function of one of the things the doctor did ask me. He said, at any point in your life, did you ever find yourself running and jumping off a buddy's deck and landing in the backyard? And I was like, oh my gosh, how did you know? Of course I did that. And he's like, well, that's probably what caused it. So I guess in a way, Dan, you're responsible. And Peter and Jolie, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's best that you don't know. So I need to go down and sit in the river. I need to ice my whole body. I need to ice my immune system. So I'm going to go do that. Maybe tomorrow morning, definitely Sunday. So, yeah. I have watched all of your videos. The most entertaining of your videos, and you know which one I'm going to talk about, Dan, because I texted you about this, in fact, if you had been Frodo, 9 of the 9 fingers, it would have been something like this. Okay, so there we were, Sam and I, walking along. We knew we had to get up Mount Doom and throw this ring into the fires of Araduran, Barad-dûr, whatever it's called. And so we avoided orcs, we avoided Nazgul, the vapors coming out, and we were, oh my gosh, it was, we had to do this long climb up. We were exhausted. It was so hard. We got all the way up the top, and we walk in and we see the cracks of Mount Doom, and there's a fire. But oh my goodness, my legs were just killing me the next day. I couldn't believe it. It was really tough. My legs hurt so bad. But what happened to the ring? So anyway, I'm glad your house did not burn down. But the whole point of the story was saving the house. So I was like, is there a sequel? Is this a two-part? Maybe this is a three-part movie and I have to watch the next two videos. I did that. Nah, no, you still didn't. There was still no joy. So yeah, that's it. I have, like you, and am quite busy, mostly with curling, home projects, which I love, dinner, cards, all those kinds of things. So today I went out and sat with Keith and we talked about politics and stuff for an hour. Beth and Ann are out walking right now, but it's just all prosaic stuff. But it's the prosaic stuff that I love so much. Greg and I have been hanging out quite a bit. Peter and Jolie, in case you don't know this, my oldest brother, Greg, who you may have met on one or more occasions, but certainly not more than two occasions. He is 67. He's 10 years my elder, and he has spent the entirety of his life in Atlanta, and he has moved up here and is living in Winona, Minnesota. So we have been spending quite a bit of time together. So that's all I got. That's pretty much what's going on here. Something's coming up in March. I don't know what it is. Mid-March, we go somewhere. If I can think of it, I'll mention it in the next video. So anyway, that's my story. I hope you are, in fact, feeling better. Sarah, I hope you did not get as sick as Dan, and that you are also feeling much improved. So that is my story coming to you from Lake Wobegon. That is my story. I'm sticking to it.